Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are here chillaxing in the art gallery. I'm sending you tons of amazing energy. Take that, take that, take that. We're just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Now let's talk about Tekashi69, this famous rapper, very influential on the younger generation, very powerful person because he has a lot of sway. A lot of people listen to what he's saying. So I'm on the Instagram live and someone's like, Ralph, what do you think of this Tekashi69 situation? Recently, he got arrested, charged with RICO charges, and he's facing life behind bars, life in prison. Now, let's get straight to it. I don't wish prison on anybody, and it's a shame. With so much talent, so much potential, this happens, but there's a lesson to be learned from this situation. And this is a message to all young people out there. So when I first heard about Tekashi69, the guy with the rainbow hair, I'm like, oh, who is this? Oh, I see he's trolling. And for me, it was like, oh, it's just entertainment. But then I heard a few songs and I'm like, he's kind of promoting gang culture, violence to sell records. And I'm a producer. And I know that word is bond. And anything you put out there, you have to be prepared that it's going to come back to you. The energy you are emitting is the same energy that's going to come back to you. So when I heard the music is kind of glorifying violence, I'm like, you better be careful. And then I see the Test My Gangster. I'm like, you better be careful because it's who you're surrounding yourself with. That's the problem. I've got a degree in criminology and psychology. I know how the system works. Agenda 21. Right? Whenever you've got an artist who is very popular and influential, the feds are going to be watching. And this was a case of him, Tekashi69, surrounding himself with the wrong crowd. Like once you make it out of the hood, you're supposed to leave all of that behind. But unfortunately, he couldn't do it. The lesson here, deep divers, for all of you wonderful people who are aspiring artists, who are also on your journey, learn from this situation that everything that helps you get there is what you have to live with. Let me give you an example. All of the trolling you use to get the fame and the fortune, you're going to have to deal with that down the line. Let's just say, deep divers, I started promoting violence on infinite waters. Someone might test my gangster because once again, you are attracting that kind of energy. It's a joke until you're behind bars. So really realize that it's all about how you get there. It's not about being famous. It's not about having lots of money. It's about staying true to yourself. And that's what I want to tell you young people out there. Always stay true to yourself. The music industry is a business. And therefore you are going to meet individuals inside the music business who don't have your best interests at hand. And that's why a lot of these singers, people like Celine Dion, you don't really hear of her, right? They stay low key because they know what time it is, right? But it's not just about snitching on yourself or going on IG saying, hey, look at my car, look at this weapon, look at who I'm with. You don't really want to stunt. Have you ever wondered why Jeff Bezos is not stunting on Instagram, yet he's the richest man in the world? Slow motion this side. Right? So the lesson of Tekashi69 is to really watch who you surround yourself with. Also, don't promote a lifestyle you're not actually living. There are people who really gangbang. There are people who are really in the streets, who are really doing what you are singing or rapping about. They're living that life. And if you aren't really living that life, yet you are promoting it, you better be prepared for the consequences. Look, Agenda 21, which is how a lot of the music right now is to dumb down the population of planet Earth. And as a producer, working with so many artists, I'm like, okay, it's always a breath of fresh air when an artist comes into the studio who really wants to make a change in the world. And if you are an aspiring artist out there, I'm here to tell you, you don't have to promote violence, drugs, sex, rock and roll to make an impact. Lauryn Hill, amazing message, amazing artist. You can still keep your integrity and still keep it real and still have fun and still even troll if you want. But just use this Tekashi69 situation to really reflect on your own life, that even if you are making millions, what use is all of that money if you have to spend it on security guards? What use is all of that money if you have to spend it on your lawyers, right? What use is all of that money if you are sitting in a jail cell, right? So I want to see you become successful like the cat down the road. And therefore you have to move smart. You got to be wise out here. And you have to always remind yourself, am I staying true to myself? I can become a character right now. I can troll, but I know what kind of energy that's going to attract to me. I don't want that kind of energy. I would rather be happy and peaceful with no followers, no subscribers, than millions with a headache, right? Because I value peace of mind that much. I really hope that 6ix9ine can really get off and come back a changed human being, because once again, he has a lot of influence. But it's time, deep divers, for you to wake up. KRS-One said, we're heading for self-destruction. There are a lot of conscious artists out there, Nas, Q-Tip, who have been putting out Chuck D, Public Enemy, a conscious message. And I know what it's like. Sometimes we don't really want to hear these positive messages. We want to hear about the drugs, the violence, the sex, all of that stuff. But right now it's time to raise the vibration of planet Earth, because Agenda 21 is where these artists are being funded to dumb your children down and you down at the same time. There has to be a change. Music is the universal language. So if you are an artist and you are inspired by Ralph Smart, use your talent to actually uplift people. Use your talent to actually help people get through hard times. You got a voice. Tekashi69 had a voice to millions of people. And it could all be in vain if he is to get the life sentence. So really learn from this, because they will use you as an example. Let me tell you this, deep divers. The way that you get it, the energy that you use to get it, the trolling, all of that stuff, is the same energy that will destroy you. So once again, if you start like, I'm Mr. Tough, I'm this, I'm that, that's the same energy that's going to bite you in the ass. If you start with, I'm going to help people, I'm going to uplift people, that's the same energy that will find you. You reap what you sow. I'm sending a huge wave of positive energy to Tekashi69 because I truly want to see him make it. I love seeing people come from nothing and then actually become something. But deep divers, you got to be wise out here. Make sure you are in an environment where you can stay true to yourself in. You don't have to pretend to be someone you're not. And once you realize that, deep divers, well, you just say, "Phil, so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there?" Beautiful deep divers, you are truly amazing. Let me just say this. A rapper is a piece of rubbish. An MC is consciousness. So let's go back to consciousness. Let's go back to the MCs. Have a beautiful day. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You feel so good to be alive, baby.